Hey everybody, Coach Ira here, and today we're going to be talking about some footwork patterns to help improve your ability to get back to an overhead. What I see from most people is the ball goes up, you start to look up, you start to see the ball going back behind you, so you start to backpedal. Not only is that not an efficient way to move back, it's actually quite dangerous, as you can click your heel on the ground, fall back, break an arm, a wrist, hit your head. So we're going to get rid of that today. So we're going to be talking about two footwork patterns that you're going to need to practice. The first, well, before we get into that, first and foremost, as soon as the overhead goes up, you want to do a pivot step. So you're getting your hips perpendicular with the net. Then you're going to prepare your hands kind of in your trophy position. I don't have a racket up here, so we'll just forget the racket. So pivot and prepare. Now, footwork number one. It's called the side shuffle. Okay, very easy to do. It's great to keep yourself in balance. It's also great if the ball's not too far back, so it's something that you only need to take a couple steps. It'll look like this. If the court is right over here, I'm gonna pivot and prepare, and then I'm gonna shuffle back just like this, okay? The idea then would be to get far enough back that I could, if my hand was able to be outstretched up, I could catch the ball right in front of my body. That would put the ball in the correct hitting zone for my overhead. The second footwork pattern that we're going to work on is called the crossover step. It's a little bit more, it requires a little bit more athleticism, but it speeds you up getting back. So this is great if you need to get back for a very hard overhead. So you'd split step, the ball would go up, you'd pivot and prepare, then you take your left foot, if you're a right-handed player, and cross over. So it's almost as if you're running back to the overhead. Once you get far enough back, you can try to set your feet and take an overhead. Now the third variation of this is just a kind of a hybrid of the two, and that is the split step, pivot and prepare, take a couple crossover steps like this, and then into a shuffle. Let's say it's a really high ball, but it's deep, so you have to get back quickly, but you also need to get your balance right before you hit. So a little couple shuffle steps at the end will help you regain your balance so you can make a proper overhead. So please, stop going back like this. I call this the hallelujah position. Pivot, get yourself turned, get back, and then you can make or have the best chance to make your overhead.